Okay, so let's kick this thing off right. Now, what we're going to go ahead and do is install XAMPP. Now, in order to do that, we have to navigate our web browser to the ApacheFriends.org website. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, I've included the link on the right hand side over in the description. And if you're on the website, you'll see it on the left hand side just next to the video. So the first thing we need to do is figure out, what distribution we're going to want. Okay, now if we scroll down, there's three different options when it comes to, I'm sorry, two different options when it comes to XAMPP. There's the full version and the light. Now, the full version contains a lot of extra programs, none of which we will be using in any of these tutorials, so we're not gonna get that. So we'll go ahead and click on the light. Alright, now this takes you to the part of the site where basically, it shows XAMPP Lite, the version number, and then it breaks down all the different programs that are included with it. And so what we're going to do is go ahead and click on the executable, which will redirect us to SourceForge. Now this is open source, so you don't have to worry about copyright infringement registrations, anything like that. It's totally free. Go ahead and click Save File, and that will download to your default download location, and it's usually in your downloads folder. So now, as I've already downloaded this prior, go ahead and minimize that and minimize my web browser. Okay, now you guys can't see it, but I actually have moved it to the desktop, but yours is more than likely in your downloads folder. So go ahead and find where you've saved it to, and go ahead and double click on it to load it. Now if you're using Vista, you'll get this nice little treat here. You can go ahead and just accept, and there you are, presented with the XAMPP installation program. Now you can choose a different path where you want to install this. I found, since I'm running Vista, to just install it to my root directory, because if I try and install it in the program files folder, Vista will actually cause a lot of problems with that kind of an installation, especially if you have UAC turned on, or I'm sorry, if you have UAC turned on. So I just leave it as my root directory. And then what you're going to do is just go ahead and click on the install button and accept or run. And then your little security pop-up. Go ahead and allow that. Alright, now the installation starts. Now, depending on the speed of your system, this could take just a couple of minutes to just a couple of more minutes. It's not really that big of a program. It's basically just moving files around. So I'm going to go ahead and let this do its thing, and then I'll check back with you in just a moment. Okay, the installation is coming to an end. Just a few more percent left. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now, once that's done, the installation program will actually auto-exit on its own, and you'll be presented with this. Now, this is just your command prompt, and basically it's just asking you a few simple questions just to get everything set up right and to finalize the installation. Now, the first question it's going to ask is, do you want shortcuts in the start menu and desktop? Sure, why not? And should I locate the XAMPP path correctly? Of course you should. Now, this part, I just leave it no. Alright, there you go. You get the confirmation message, XAMPP is ready to use. Go ahead and hit enter. Alright, now you're going to be presented with this, basically just letting you know that it has automatically set the time zone settings for your PHP files to, whatever local time zone you're in. So if you're in East Coast, it'll set it to East Coast. If you're where I'm at, like I'm up in Spokane, it'll say America, LA. So yeah, go ahead and acknowledge that. All right, and there we go. We have the XAMPP Lite um, command prompt. I don't use this too much. Most of my stuff comes from the GUI itself, so I'll just go ahead and exit out of that. Now, as long as you had it set up, as long as you said yes to, do you want to create a start menu and desktop icon, just go ahead and double click on your XAMPP control panel icon, and your XAMPP control panel will pop up. And basic layout, you've got your start buttons for your Apache web server and your MySQL. These three programs down here we're not going to be using in these tutorials, so you don't have to worry about those. And then here's your output screen. Any server message or any messages, any errors or anything like that will be output down here. So what you're going to go ahead and do is go ahead and just click on the start next to your Apache, and after a moment you'll get a green running. And then go ahead and do the same for your MySQL. There you go. If you notice down here, it says Apache started and MySQL started. Alright, go ahead and you can click on the X up here. It's not going to close out. If you do click on this exit down here, it will shut down your services and exit out. So you just want to click down here, and that'll actually minimize it down to your system tray. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and test our installation just to make sure it's working. Open up your web browser. Alright. Go ahead and open up a new tab. Now what you're going to want to do to test it is type http:// localhost, LOCALHOST, and go ahead and hit enter, and there we go. You see the nice little XAMPP logo right there with a collection of different languages. Just select your language, and there you go. There's the confirmation message. Congratulations, you have successfully installed XAMPP on this system. Alright, so that basically was a rundown of the typical XAMPP Lite installation. It will allow you to do anything that we're going to be doing in the future tutorials, as well as test out your own website before you're uploading it to the live server. And I can't stress that enough. Do not, I repeat, do not run a live website off of this setup. Thank you, and you have a great day.